me who GCBA is.
GCBA is an association of churches located in the counties of Callaway and Audrain in the central part of Missouri. And we are 75 miles north to south. We like to say we're from Portland to Perry, from Millersburg to Williamsburg, to Centralia to Vandalia.
And how did it get started?
In 2004, two historically tenured sister associations merged together to form Grand Crossings. Those associations were Audrain County and Callaway County associations. And we merged together, forming one association, and it's been a great ride since then.
So what is the purpose of GCBA?
The purpose is churches serving together for the advancement of the kingdom of Christ. And together we can do more, or together we are better. And so our churches coming together and forming better relationships and reaching their communities for the gospel with each other's help makes our churches expand and multiply, and we then fulfill Matthew 28 and Acts chapter 1, verse 8.
What is the vision for GCBA?
The vision for GCBA, I can explain it this way. A couple years ago, I was on staff of a local church, and we had a revival where a father and son revival team came in. When we sat down for lunch one day, I asked the son, who was a well-known music professor, I asked him about some worship styles. And he began to tell me a story about his childhood. He began to say that when he was growing up, it was mostly him and his sisters at home. And mom would be cooking a meal, and she tried to cook everybody's favorite meal, but she couldn't cook it every single time. For one instance, one of his sisters, she loved chicken and dumplings. But for him, that was not something that he particularly enjoyed. But he began to talk about how much enjoyment he had when his sister's favorite meal was then placed on the table. And he remembered that it wasn't so much about what was placed in front of him, but just being at the table together. With our churches, all 35 of them, that story rings true, that we are to come to the table. There's many things that are upon our plates, the things that are specific to each and every church. But for us, we need to be at the table together. We have a responsibility for 70,930 people. That's the population of our two counties. And when we come together, we can achieve more. We can do ministry more. Now that's the story behind our vision, and our vision has 3 points to it. Discover, develop, and deploy. In discovering, we discover who our churches are, what our communities are like, what's the culture around. And from that information, then we develop healthy churches, healthy pastors, and healthy ministries. So that those healthy churches, pastors, and ministries can then be deployed into the world and into our association. That's the vision for Grand Crossings Baptist Association.
How do churches in GCBA connect to get resources or ask about resources available?
I'm the primary resource person. I'm the Associational Missionary or Director of Missions, and so you can contact me either through email or Facebook or through my phone. I can be reached almost any time. I try to make myself available for every person in every church. Other than that, we have ministry teams that you could reach out to, our missions team, our associational ministries team, our evangelism team, those types of things, and you can reach out to them via our leadership council.